Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is the DOUG here once again, and we are back for more Strawberry Vinegar, the game that just will never end. It's gonna make my channel go insane.
Oh, this miso soup is delicious.
It looks like you're in high spirits today.
Of course I am. We're going on a school trip. Isn't that right, Reed?
You don't need to yell. I'm well aware that we're going on a trip.
To sweet home Alabama, we'll be coming home to you. One of our jokes here on the channel.
But I've never been on a human school trip before. I can't help it.
Yeah, field trips ain't fun anymore, trust me. Last field trips I went on when I was in school, which would have been in, oh god, let's see, excluding the one for graduating middle school when they took all the smart kids to King's Dominion, and for some reason some of the stupid cheerleaders who got stuck on a ride, which was hilarious. I don't think there was any other field trips after that. Yeah, I think middle school was the last time I had a field trip. High school doesn't do too many field trips, and well, there was that weird field trip at ECPI to a Italian restaurant that made me feel completely, utterly broke. Anyway, human? Dad suddenly pauses, his forehead frowning. The expression on his face is usually serious, his eyes hard like stones. Like a rhinestone cowboy. I had to help. Sorry, I'm using all my dad jokes today. You know I'm not a parent. Unless you count my cat. A cold chill creeps down my spine. Why does the atmosphere feel so serious all of a sudden? Because Dad's finally figured it out. He's not dumb anymore. Has Dad finally noticed just how strange Lucille is? Did all the puzzle pieces slot into place? Does he know Majin Buu is actually the greatest character in Dragon Ball Z history? And when Lucille first forced her way into my home, I tried to tell my parents about her unusual background, but they didn't listen to me. They refused. Now that a few days have passed, however, I finally begin to get used to Lucille's company. If Dad suddenly realizes that there's something wrong with Lucille, won't that be a big problem? What will Mom and Dad do to her? Will they kick her out of her home? Maybe call the police? No, since she's a demon, calling the police wouldn't be enough. Maybe they'll call a priest from the local church and try to exorcise her from existence with a magical circle. This isn't it, right? We came so far together, Lucy and Rio, but has this ruse finally come to an end? Is Dad going to point out a finger at Lucille in a dramatic burst of hot-blooded spirit and firmly declare her once and for all to be a rogue, an impostor, an unwanted interloper? Lucille, are you saying you're not human?
Yep, I already told you, right from the very beginning, that I am not a human. I am a demon.
That... something like that, though. I sit there, the blood frozen in my veins, waiting, like listening to a Randy Orton promo. Waiting for the quiet, peaceful world I've built up over these past few days to fall apart in a shower of broken hopes and dreams. Hey! Drew McIntyre's old theme song. Broken dreams. Of course. Something like that is no good at all, no matter how poorly you may think of yourself. It's too tragic to think that a cute young girl like yourself doesn't even believe she's a human being. Wait a minute, what? Lucy.
Yes?
Though you might call yourself a demon, I always see you as a kind and gentle girl. Don't think for 1 second that you've been a burden on us. I had a lot of fun having you in our home, and I liked cooking for you. You didn't take advantage of our hospitality, and you're certainly no demon. If anything, I'm the real demon for forcing my hospitality upon you so unshamelessly. Sorry I'm reading faster because of the music. Yes, you do have a habit of doing that, dear. I think you're enforcing yourself upon the poor girl right now. Lucia, are you alright?
Well,
Lucia stares at the wall, her eyes glazed and empty, as though she just witnessed a bloody battlefield. Maybe in a sense she has. What she bore witness to as she gazed into Dad's eyes was undoubtedly the sorry sight of his dwindling self-respect being slowly crucified. I'm sorry, Lucille. Did I frighten you? I didn't say too much, did I? Not a damn word. Lucille laughed. Yuki, what? Yuki, what's... Yuki, what's wrong? What did I do?
I think you might have scared the poor girl, dear. That was quite the display.
But I was just trying to be understanding. The first step to achieving happiness is to recognize oneself as a human being and that desire and love and affection, right?
Well,
Well, I wonder, did you say those things to Lucia because you wanted to convince her of her own self-worth? Or were you saying them for your own sake? That's kind of a complicated question, but maybe I got a bit carried away?
just a little.
I fish the last block of tofu out of my miso soup and pop it into my mouth, then get to my feet. We have to get to school now. I don't want to be late. I'm supposed to read that as the... Let me backtrack.
We have to go to school now. I don't want to be late. See you later.
I tickle Lucia's hand and pull her to her feet. She doesn't resist. She doesn't do much of anything, really. She lets me drag her along as though she has no muscles to her bones, no strength in her body, and no free will at all. Yep, she's fully become a California person. Congratulations. I guess that's what happens when you have to deal with my dad. He's pretty shy, but he can be intense in his own way. Meanwhile, Lucille, I'm really sorry.
And you're still trying to apologize to her. Don't be so selfish, dear.
What do you mean?
Ain't you burdening her with yet more worries?
It's always better to see people off with a smile and a wave,
not a sad face like that.
Yes, you might be right. I'll do my best to say farewell with a charming smile from now on.
Good luck, dear. I promise to cheer you on, even when everything goes wrong, and you end up crushed in the pits of the blackest despair.
What is the Las Vegas Raiders for 500, Alex? Thank you, Yuki. I can always count on you.
You're welcome, dear.
Okay. I know I've mentioned this before, but now I really want to know just what in King Arthur's good name is up with my parents. Maybe they're the Knights of the Round Table? Lucia and I walk down the familiar path to school, alongside the winding riverbank. It's a warm day and the river is clear, crystal blue. It flows steady, carrying silver fish along within, the scales flashing in the sun. A few ducks bob along on the surface of the water, like the yellow ones you can play with in the bathtub. But these ducks are slightly noisier than their plastic counterparts. My rubber ducky, my rubber ducky and me. It's good old Sesame Street. It really is pretty. I can feel my worries melting away one by one like smoke disappearing into the atmosphere. Too soon, man. We already know Smoke is dead in Mortal Kombat. We don't need a reminder.
Irene,
What is it?
I was just wondering, what happens on this school trip anyway?
Well, either one of three things are going to happen. You're going to get very bored, you're going to see something exciting, or three, you're going to get hit in the head with a coconut. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Didn't I already tell you? We tramp all the way up into the mountain to pick berries, and then we tramp all the way back down again. And we might see one of the lead actors or actresses from Demon Slayer. It rained a lot last year, and the parks were all money, but we had to go up the mountains anyway because that's what my school has always done. And you just can't beat bureaucracy. No, you can't.
You sound like a disgruntled salaryman, man.
I'm just cynical. How can I help it when so many things in this world are so stupid?
Or as Odin would say, stupid!
I bet everyone looks stupid to you since you're so smart.
I get good grades, but I don't know if I'm that smart. Not really. They're all smarter people.
Let me take a drink of my Mountain Dew Frostbite. It's like a Pepsi Blue. And I'm probably the only one who remembers that product.
But you use so many long words and you're only 9 years old.
I don't think knowing a lot of long words makes you smart. It's how you use those words that really counts, and that is why I am a dumbass.
Maybe you sound really smart to me just now, though.
Well, you're easy to impress.
Maybe you're right, but I never met a girl quite like you before.
You're only saying that because I'm the first human you ever spoke to.
One problem with streaming this game because I decided to do voice acting for this. It hurts my throat. Watch that episode of Push Your Luck later. And I don't mean the reboot. I like the old school Push Your Luck. With Peter Tomarkin.
I find you interesting, even if you were the 1,000th or the millionth human I spoke to. You're a lot of fun to be with.
I look away, trying to hide my flushed face.
Well, thank you, I suppose.
You're welcome. Serene.
Yes?
How do we get into the mountains? We don't have to walk there, do we?
Of course not. I'm sure the school would love making us walk 50 miles if it would cut down on their expenses, but that would probably count as child abuse.
Well, since we are in Asia, I don't think it would count as child abuse. I'm looking at you, Nike, in the sweatshops.
But 50 miles isn't very much. I could walk that in half an hour, maybe.
Half an hour?
Yes, it's a very sore nominal.
Do you even need to ask?
Does Lucy really not understand how unusual she is?
So, if we're not going to walk, how will we get into the mountains? Do you have chariots?
Chariots?
That's right. Blood chariots pulled by skeleton horses, like the one Hades used to rescue those lives away to the underworld. They're very fashionable right now. Mom's wanted one for ages, but skeleton horses are hard to come by, and they're so expensive.
So we're mixing Greek mythology into this as well, are we? My already hazy image of hell is growing more and more distorted by the second. Nothing Lucille says adds up.
Of course we don't have chariots. Which century do you think this is?
Hey, she's got a point there coming up.
The century shouldn't matter. Chariots are really elegant, no matter what time period you live in.
Maybe in hell, but I don't think that would work so well here. The roads ain't built for it.
That's because the roads were done by VDOT.
Oh, I see. That's kinda sad.
A pause. I really got to stop remembering when I do games like this, when I do voice acting, for everybody to creep them out or make them laugh. I have plenty of things to drink, like water and soda. It's gonna be funny. I have a feeling this might be my 310th platinum out of the way.
So, if you don't use chariots, what do you use? You don't have your own Cerebius, do you?
Well, Greek mythology, really? I'm still trying to get to terms with the fact that Hades and I can't pronounce that name, that P motherfucker exists. So don't go adding a colossal three-headed dog into the mix on top of that. Oh, but I'm sure he's a good, friendly dog. Just pet him behind the ears and give him a big T-bone steak. And he'll go all day long. No, of course we don't have a Cerebrus. What on earth, who on earth would own a Cerebrus, and why are there more than one? Everybody in California would probably own one. Definitely everybody in Texas would probably want to own a Cerebrus. And I wouldn't mind having a three-headed dog. Just think if somebody tries to break into your house and they see that, they're going to be like, that's scarier than a naked grandma. I'm getting out of here.
Well, it's quite simple. When one Cerebrus has another Cerebrus, very, very much.
God, we just learned about the birds and the bees in a video game with three-headed dogs. Beautiful. Alright. Alright, I get the general idea. You don't need to go into so much detail.
But all you taught me about it a few weeks ago, I was really proud that I managed to learn something so complicated.
Okay. Is she being serious? Sex education must be pretty lousy in hell if she only learned about the birds and the bees a few weeks ago, or as it were, the Cerebrus and the Cerebrus. Does that mean hell is open one monstrous dog's praying for blood with all three of their hideous heads? If I had no intention to go to hell before, I certainly don't now. Well, don't go to hell, Michigan, because that's where all the Cerebrius are. They were in Michigan. Which would probably explain why the rich. No, that would, if they were, the Michigan Wolverines would probably actually be a better college team. Wow, this bus looks like the inside of fucking Kirby from Kirby. Jesus Christ. This is what Majin Buu would make a bus look like. Huh. Well, there you know. Damn, bro.
So, it isn't Cerebrus after all.
Don't sound so disappointed. I already told you our school doesn't own a Cerebrus.
Why did you think it would?
I don't know. A girl can dream big, can't she?
I don't think any normal person would dream about owning a Cerebrus, a three-headed dog.
Wait, wasn't that the name of the zombie dogs in Resident Evil? I wouldn't mind owning that either. This isn't
This isn't exactly as I hoped, but I'll guess it do. I've never been inside one of these tin cans before either.
It isn't a tin can, it's a bus.
Well, if you live in Richmond, they're pretty much all like a tin can because they're made out of the worst plastic shit ever imaginable.
But it looks like a tin can. A massive tin can on wheels.
Wait till she says the bread sees those cars are like bread boxes. She's gonna flip her lid. But see, as a point though, this bus is ugly, rectangularly shaped, made of metal, and us Akagi Elementary School students are crammed inside of it like canned sardines. One of our more authentic teachers tried to pretty this bus up, but it didn't really work. The bus is still a bus. These poorly planned attempts to make it look cute and cozy instead make it feel ill. Or the inside of Kirby or the inside of Majin Buu. Take your pick. I don't like traveling at the best of times, but being shut away inside this bus with the rest of my class is far too overwhelming. I can feel their eyes trained on me, observing me, their poisonous words dancing through the air like scattered pollen. I'm so glad Lucille looks better now.
It isn't fair. Oh, I wanted to sit next to her.
Me too. But it had to be Sakugabaka.
Why is it always Sakugabaka?
She doesn't even like people. Lucille's wasted on her. I ducked my head, clenching my hands into fist. I don't usually agree with the rest of my class. I care a lot about their opinions. They're nothing more than a faceless mess to me. But now I wonder, maybe Lucille would have had more fun if she stayed with my other classmates. Any of my other classmates. I must be so plain and boring compared to the rest of them. I don't say anything in class, and I don't go to any after-school clubs. I don't even have any friends. None of this bothered me before, but it's starting to bother me now. Lucille's only ever been positive about spending time with me. But maybe she was just being nice? How could a bright, bubbly girl like her who captured the hearts of my whole class in under a week, like a grumpy, gloomy girl like me? Hey, don't you think I could be Lucille's partner for the rest of the day? That's a good idea. She might be sitting with Suckerba now, but it doesn't mean she wants to. Maybe she just didn't want to say no. Well, Suckerba can be kind of scary. We should go and ask her then. Let's liberate her from that tyrant. Tyrant? This is not Resident Evil. What? Oh, wait, wrong line. Tyrant? Is that how others really see me? Well, you don't act like the monster from Resident Evil 1. You kind of more act like the bitch from Resident Evil 1 Remake who's looking for her dead... Anyway. Hey, Lucille. Hey, Lucille. Hmm? Sue turns her head. One of the boys' small class is talking to her. Her face is so nondescript I can't remember his name. Maybe it was Fuji something? At least one of these guys got a name now. Do you know who you want to partner up with on the trip yet? Yup. Oh.
Yep, I'm going to be with Rain, of course.
That's because you're living with her, right? I know you don't want to hurt her feelings, but you don't need to be stuck to her so closely. Why don't you try talking to the rest of us? It might be fun.
But I have fun spending time with Rain too.
Are you sure about that? Don't you think she's kind of difficult?
What do you mean?
I mean, for good, she's kind of scary. I bow my head. I know I should reply, but I can't bring myself to. I can't say I blame Fuji something. I know he doesn't like me, since I never interact with him. I never give him anything to like. Maybe Lucy really would be happy if she went off with him. I'm not right for her. We're just too different. And yet... seeing the fact I feel like I need a lozenge. Butterscotch lozenge, that would be nice.
Scary. I don't think Green is scary.
Really? What? Not even a little bit?
Nope. Why would I? I come from hell, and hell is filled with all kinds of horrible things. There are vengeful spirits and bits of bones, and a huge beast made of fire with several heads and 10 horns. That's not nearly as scary as Rain.
A beast with 7 heads. Alright, no more demon voice for right now. I gotta let my voice rest, guys. That's right. I'm not scared of Rain at all. In fact, she's my very best friend in the whole world. She is? I am? Of course you are.
Of course you are, silly. You let me stay at your home, and you made me lots of delicious food, and you talked to me when I felt sad, and you nursed me when I was sick. You're really a nice person, Rain. The best.
Alright, I gotta go get something to drink real quick. I'll be right back. Or maybe find a piece of butterscotch candy. I'm back. Got my water now. Got a little bit of a sucked on a lozenge for a little bit too. Butterscotch candy. Yum 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 yum. She leans forwards and takes my hand in hers. Her palms are warm, and though being held by her is a little embarrassing, especially in front of the rest of the class, I can't quite bring myself to care. It's comforting. I inhale, my breath catches in my chest, and my throat feels dry. Why is my heart beating so fast?
You know what, Reen?
Why?
I really do love you.
Oh, demon love. How weird. What just happened? It's been almost 10 minutes since the Sue's confirmation and my brain still can't process it. Was it some kind of dream? I've been tempted to believe that if I didn't feel so distinctly travel sick. Must be true, she said she loved me, not just like, but love. My face turns red, my cheeks burn, my heart thumps painfully inside my chest. How on earth am I supposed to react to this? Is it true that Lucille managed to get Fuji-san to leave me alone, but at what cost? I can hear him whispering about it even now.
Did Lucille really did say love?
That doesn't make a perfect sentence. She did. There was no mistaking it. Not like, but love. Definitely love. Definitely love. That's so unfair. I wish Lucille would say that to me. Perhaps Lucille did not truly mean love, but was unable to communicate her feelings in any other way, given Japanese is not her first language. Ah. No, that must be it. I'm sure that must be it. Maybe I still have a chance after all. No way, when she said love, she really did mean it. The aura around those two is unmistakable. Aura? That's right. The pale, ill-colored aura of two girls in love. Great. That's disturbing. What the? I'm having flashbacks to a winter night's daydream again. That's not a good thing. I sink down into my seat. Why did this have to happen to me? What kind of hell am I entering now, I wonder? Because most of this was normal to this point, I would like to point out.
Wait, are you alright? You've been really quiet for the last 10 minutes.
Does she need to ask? Isn't it obvious I'm not alright? I hate being the center of attention. A bold statement like Lucille's definitely got attention. I need to make notes quickly. I'm going to turn this into an epic, original story detailing the love between two shy, sensitive schoolgirls and make loads of money at Comet. Must be a convention, I guess. And a manga adaptation, apparently. This is just great. What should I do? Alright, we're going to do another save here. Good lord, we're actually almost out of saves. Yeah, we're going to think. I'm fine, really.
Are you sure?
I'm sure I'm just a bit sick. I don't like traveling very much.
Yeah, these woods are pretty bumpy. That's where she is a superior. Really rich families have skeleton horses that can fly. So you don't get stuck in traffic.
Oh, how wonderful.
Alright, time to take a drink of my cool, clear water. A lot of weird old references today, apparently.
It really is. You should come to hell with me sometime. You can ride on one of those chariots yourself.
Thank you for the invitation, but I'll be sure to remember your kindness.
That doesn't mean I'll act on it, but I'll remember it all the same. Isn't every day you get an invitation from a demon to come and visit hell that isn't accompanied with an ominous thunderclaps of light and shadow?
Yeah, thank you, Rain.
And,
Thank you for defending me back there. I really...
Ah, fuck. I kept doing the demon voice. Take two.
And, thank you for defending me back there. I really do appreciate it.
It's no problem. I'll do anything for you, Irene. After all, you're my very best friend.
And you,
Yes.
I look at Lucille hesitant, my eyelashes fluttering. I'm not used to being open with my feelings. Expressing my thoughts plainly is rather difficult. My emotions are sealed over a layer of ice, but they bubble away underneath the surface like a Norwegian Fordud? Voodoo? Who do you voodoo, bitch? It's difficult, but I want to tell Lucille how I feel the same. I think she deserves that much.
you're my first ever friend too.
Dreamy classmate.
God, they're both so cute. I'm going to melt.
Huh? Uh-oh, here we go. Back to the crazy music again. This is the musical portion of the evening, folks. Doug cannot sing. You now know the horrible truth. One of my classmates, a girl with braids and freckles, who I think might be called Moana, is watching us, her face flushed bright pink. I need to take more notes quickly. Innocent, awkward friendship, which later blooms into love, are incredibly popular. What on earth are you talking about, Moon? I don't understand half the things you say. Oh, her name was Moore, not Moore. I should have known. I'm sorry, Mean. It's just, whenever I see two cute girls together, I can't help myself. There are far too many mainstream stories about male and female childhood friends who grow up to be lovers. There should be some stories like that about women, too. Perhaps that's true, but I think we're too young to write romance stories. It's shameless. You say that, but you'd be surprised to know how much fan fiction on the internet was written by elementary school students. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Time out. No. 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 I hardly know Mom. I didn't even know what her name was until a few, but I think she might have a point. The internet is a very strange place indeed. I do agree with that. The internet's very strange. Meanwhile, back in the hills of Strawberry Hill.
Wow, this place is so amazing. Look at this screen.
I know what these fields look like. I've been here before.
But I haven't.
Lucia stands there with her arms spread out, staring at the horizon. I can't deny these fields are pretty. A hidden bowl of strawberry plants tucked away amongst the mountains. But the authentic experience is somewhat dampened by my past experience with this place. We went here for a school trip last year too. Wandered on a leafy field with a wicker basket in my hand, parting strawberries to check whether they're ripe enough to pick or not wasn't very exciting. That's how you bring a Sega Game Gear and tell the teacher I'm not gonna go pick strawberries, I'm gonna help Sonic get the Chaos Emeralds. Yeah! Moving on.
How can you be that enthused? It's just a bunch of fields.
Remember, if you build it, they will come.
It might be a bunch of fields to you, but it's like a whole new universe to me. I've never been anywhere so green before.
Well, you mean the Jolly Green Giant's not in hell? I thought he would have been because he kills people. By accident, of course, but he still kills people. Well, that much is true. It certainly is green around here. Not all of it, though. I point out one of the more bedazzled strawberry plants. Its leaves are stickly light yellow, and it's hidden with holes.
I don't think this plant's going to last much longer. It will probably die soon.
Rain, you're such a pessimist. Why are you set to look at the negative?
I wasn't trying to look at the I wasn't trying to look at the negatives. Just happened to notice. It's not my fault.
Some of the plants might be a little, dead, but that doesn't mean my enthusiasm is. They don't have anything like this in hell.
I will say this, if I get the next visual-based novel game, which is the one with the dogs, that's gonna be fun.
I can't imagine the climate down there would be good for farming. What with all that fire and brimstone.
You're right. How did you know?
It was just a guess.
I live in the area. Smells nice. I can feel all my worries melting away. But there's no time for being sentimental. We had to pick all these cute, delicious looking berries. I can practically hear them screaming to me, Lucille. Please, eat me.
Now that sounds like something from a horror movie.
Come on, Reen. Let's go.
Lucia looks completely inhuman. I want to tease her, but her smile is so pure my words falter. Her face is bright, almost dazzling. She looks like a young maiden who's fallen in love for the first time. Well, she did say love. She loved me on the couch earlier. Could that have been anything to do with the smile on her face? No, that's ridiculous. I shake my head, my face flushing. Lucille might have said she loved me, but she couldn't have meant it. She's too young to understand what that word means, and anyway, she isn't even human. She's a demon. Well, I have read enough anime books and watched enough anime to know that sometimes a demon would love a human, and then you end up getting Yusuke Urameshi, who is a spirit detective who has the powers of a demon. There you go. There's Yu Yu Hakusho in a nutshell. Are demons even capable of love? I just used Yu Yu Hakusho as an example. It seems contradictory. And if you watch Yu-Gi-Oh!, most people say Seto Kaiba's a demon and a greedy son of a bitch, so, eh. Lucia's entire existence is contradictory. She contradicts the laws of modern science, rationality, and good old-fashioned common sense. Now, Supernatural has shown demons can be good, and witches to a certain degree, but not completely good, but good enough to where we help Sam and Dean. And yet, though she shouldn't exist, she still does. She definitely does. If she didn't, how could she be holding my hand like that? Meanwhile, still back on Strawberry Fields.
Wait. Do you think these are ripe enough?
I kneel down examining a strawberry Lucia's pointing at the tip of her index finger. The strawberry is a washed out light pink at the tip and the pale green at the flatter, and looking at it makes me feel kind of depressed.
You should leave it alone. I don't think it's ready yet.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Lucia plucks the unique strawberry off the vine, straightens up, and pops it into her mouth. Face turns pale.
It's very hot and sour.
Of course it is. I told you it wasn't ready yet. Why did you ask me for advice if you had no intention of following it?
Because I didn't know for sure.
I have a feeling this is where they get the title for this game, because she ate a strawberry and it was probably vinegar based, and that's why it's called Strawberry Vinegar. Well, now you do know, and knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe! Why don't you spit it out?
Because it's a waste of food. I had to finish what I started.
Even if she is a complete airhead, at least she has some sense of duty. I just wish it wasn't about weird things like this. More water, please. Because water is nutritious and delicious. You've been eating every single strawberry seed. You haven't saved a single one.
But I need to test if they taste good before I put them in my basket.
That's not how it works.
By that point, it's too late. The strawberries are already gone. Honestly, do you think before you act?
Oh, whoops. I did that in the demon voice. Hold on.
Honestly, do you even think before you act?
Not really. That's boring. I want to live in the moment like Pandan.
Lucia punches her fist in the air. Her loud yell startles a few birds, and they flop off with a series of alarmed squawks.
Squawk, squawk. I didn't even know you were. I don't even know what you're talking about. But I think you're giving me a headache. Anyway, we still have the lunches Dad made. You know, if you need to stuff your face with strawberries, you'll ruin your appetite.
Oh yes, lunch. I could eat that, couldn't I?
No way, it's only 10 a.m.
Hey, that's when I usually wake up to have food. Shut up, Brain.
But I'm hungry now.
Sue pouts and stamps her feet.
You should have known. I went to eat lunch as soon as you brought it up.
Maybe so, but I won't let you discard no more meal times. You're a human.
Well, strictly speaking, she isn't, but she looks enough like one. It still counts.
Not an animal.
So you say I can't eat any of my strawberries, and I can't eat any lunch either?
No.
Then in that case, I'll just find something else to eat.
Uh-oh.
Hey, where are you going?
Sue doesn't reply, but she doesn't need to. Her actions speak louder than words. She takes a running leap at a nearby tree, then grabs a hold of the lowest branch with her right hand. She pulls herself up the trunk like a monkey, dragging her feet against the rough bark for purchase.
Come back down from there. If you fall, you'll get hurt.
It's fine. I'm good at climbing things. I climbed the red silver sticks in hell more times than I can count.
Given Lucille's less than spectacular gasp of rudimentary math, I'm not sure this feat is quite as impressive as she likes me to believe.
I don't care. This isn't sulfur stack. It's a tree. The two are very different.
Oh, man, doing the voice is hurting today, making my throat sore. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna take a little break from the voice acting. They might be different, but it's the same principle. Lucia pulls herself a little further up the tree. Her movements are surprisingly graceful, and find myself being drawn to her despite myself. Didn't Lucia say she was going to exact her revenge upon Mother Nature a few days ago? Is this respectable part of her revenge? Is she trying to one-up nature itself, proving her inherent superiority by scaling this tree? Doubt if she's gonna fall and get a concussion. Nope, she went to get an apple. Ah, just as I thought. It's an apple tree. No, of course she isn't. Lucia didn't climb that tree to prove her point. She climbed it for the simplest of reasons. The exact same reason which led to mankind's discovery of fire. She did it because she was hungry. Ah, this is really good. The apple is so crunchy, and it's all covered in dew. Mountain Dew, oh right. Do you want an apple too, Ian? I think I'll pass. Are you sure? It's really good, I promise. Here. I'm fine, thank you. Oh, come on, Reen. These apples are really refreshing, and they don't even have any worms in it. That's a good thing. We don't want to kill Earthworm Jim flying through the sky. La 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 la. Well, I would hope not. I sigh. I'm not very hungry, but Lucia looks so expected. I feel mean to refuse her. Alright, fine. I'll try one of them. Yay! You won't be disappointed. Lucia tosses the apple down at me. It arcs through the air, a bright red projectile. Pow! My nose. I catch it with both hands. It hits my palms with a satisfying thud. You know it hit your nose and you're gonna go, Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. The surface of the apple is shiny, and I can see my face reflected within it. The apple is slightly smaller than those I found at the supermarket, and imperfectly formed. Not quite a neat sphere. The few bumps and bruises that mar the skin only makes the apple more charming, however. It seems more natural somehow. I don't even need to take a bite into the apple to taste it. Its scent is rich and enticing, and inhaling it makes my mouth water, like Homer Simpson. Apples. In his case, apple sauce. You're cute, Reen. You look so happy, and over something so simple, too. I'm not happy. I wasn't even smiling. Maybe not, but I could see it in your eyes. My eyes? What kind of cliche nonsense is this? How can she even see my eyes all the way up there? Because she's a demon. She's got supernatural powers, you dumb bitch. That's right. Your eyes look very warming and soft right now. Like toffee. No matter what you say, your eyes can't lie. Giggling to herself, Lucille takes the apple head, holds her in and takes a bite out of it. The apple yields to her teeth with a sharp, sweet crunch. And even though we've been here for 2 hours, you still don't have a single strawberry in your basket. Wah. Sue stares at her basket and gives it a shake as though the sad little motion might make a bushel of strawberries appear inside. It doesn't. How did this happen? I picked so many. Where did all my beautiful strawberries go? In your stomach? Well, I wonder. I must have been sabotaged. It's witchcraft. Now, yes. I'll be right back, guys. My family needs me again. Because my mom saw a spider from Resident Evil 1. I'll be right back. I'm back, guys. Had to kill a spider for mom. She's big. Anyway,
It must have been sabotage. It's witchcraft.
You're going to pin this on a witch even though you're a demon.
I offer my condolences for any witches who might exist within our modern society. They seem to be unfortunately scapegoats for all the world's woes, even those of demons, apparently. Poor witches, whatever they may be, they have my sympathy. Except for that one game in October where you actually get killed by witches. Lucille, however, does not. Our teachers let us keep the berries we picked during the trip. They said we could regard them as souvenirs of a sort. They're not the most durable souvenirs since strawberries have shelf lives, but I don't think the city would appreciate any other kind of memento. Incredibly, she picked up her own platter, weighed non-existent to her after I said she could have some of mine. She's such a simple girl. Meanwhile, back on Kobe's insides, Lucille doesn't quite look as excitable right now, though. If anything, she seems exhausted. Lucille, are you alright?
I'm okay.
She yawns, her pale eyelashes falling shut. When the coach goes over a bump the road, she starts her body jerking, her eyes snap open again. I'm just
sleepy.
I think we are. It's called the heat. Is that because you woke up so early?
Maybe.
tired yourself out. You should have taken it a bit easier, since you were sick yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, my voice is not doing well today.
But I couldn't.
Why not?
Because it was...
Because it was my very first school trip with you, Ian. I didn't want to waste it. I wanted to see lots of things and pick lots of berries and play with you. Disturbing. But now you've worn out. Back to my normal voice for now, guys. It was still worth it. Lucia's laughter trails off, and her ashen eyelashes flicker shut one more time. As it turns out, it's the last time. She falls to one side like a marionette with cut strings, and her head rests against my shoulder. Lucille, hey Lucille. I call her name, but she doesn't start. She really must have been exhausted to fall asleep like that. With her eyes closed, her lips paused, she almost looks like a doll, a life-size doll with uncanny human features, save for those horns and that tail, of course. I can feel her hot breath against my neck, and see, though, just barely her chest rising and falling in her sleep. I'm not uncomfortable like this, but the rest of my classmates are staring at me, and it's kind of awkward. What should I do? We're going to do another save because I think we have... Because there are multiple endings, and we already got the worst ending in the game in the first part of this. We're trying to get what is considered the best ending, I think? Yeah, let us stay like that. When I see her hair brushes against my cheek and tickles my nose, but I don't make any comment. I can't bring myself to. I don't really want to wake her. For now, I'm more than content to let her sleep through the rest of our couch journey. Her head against my shoulder. I can pretend to be annoyed about it when she wakes up. Really, I wouldn't be pretending because I don't like telling lies, and being used as a pillow is kind of dehumanizing, isn't it? But in the end, no matter what I tell myself, I know I'm not really upset. If anything, I might be happy about our newfound closeness. Just a little bit. Meanwhile, back in the kitchen. So, how was your trip? Did you have fun? Yes, I found lots of berries. Look, look. Sue holds my wicker basket of berries aloft, almost shoving it into Dad's face. Wow, you really did find a lot. That's impressive, Lucille. You're such a smart girl. Do you think that's a bit misleading? I was the one who found those strawberries, not you. Well, I suppose so. At least she had the decency to look ashamed for a few moments after. But we work as a team, right, Mean? You're my partner, and that means whatever is yours is mine, and whatever is mine is yours. But you didn't contribute to a single thing to our so-called partnership. You just ate everything. Well, I'm sure Lucille tried her hardest, Rune. You shouldn't have scolded her like that. No, it's alright. I'm sorry, Rune. I shouldn't have lied. I was trying to take the credit for your hard work. I just wanted to show off a little because I'm so happy you managed to find so many delicious strawberries. I suppose that's okay then, if that was just for longer than that, Lang. But you forgave Lucille in a heartbeat. No Nuki would have been that merciful. But whatever, I'm not my mother, so that's irrelevant. Well, maybe I think you look more like me than your mother, that's for sure. The way you act, though, it's uncannily similar at times. Damn! Throw Mom under the bus, just dig that hole a little deeper. Dad frowns. He looks kind of nostalgic when he was thinking about Mom. Maybe he's sad because she hasn't come home yet, even though it's already 6:30 in the evening. That sort of guy must be working Mom hard. She's always out late nowadays, and she never has enough time to eat dinner with us as a family. Dad tries to smile his troubles away, indulging himself in cooking or sewing to pass that time. But I don't know how effective that is. He's been happy with Lucille around to pamper, but that's only a temporary solution to his troubles. What will happen to him when Lucille leaves? What will happen to me? I don't want to think about that. The thought is painful. And since we have all these delicious strawberries, it would be a shame to waste them, wouldn't it? That's exactly what I was thinking. I want to make these cute little strawberries into something really, really yummy. Strawberry cheesecake, strawberry pie, strawberry tart, strawberry milkshake, strawberry dafuki, strawberry monarch, strawberry picnic. Was that last item on the list something you can eat? I wave a hand in front of her glazed eyes. Lucille, you still with us? Strawberries are so tasty. Strawberries are so tasty. Guess not. This girl has nothing but food on the brain. Well, it's nice that you're so enthused about the strawberries, but I don't think we have enough to make all those dishes. No way. Is that really true? Unfortunately, we could probably make at least one dish out of this. Though, wouldn't you like? Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. In that case, I want to eat a strawberry shortcake. I've heard them done them before, and they're meant to be really good. One of my big sisters had a slice of strawberry shortcake once. Shit, it was so good eating, it was like falling in love. What about you, Ring? Do you want to make strawberry shortcakes too? I don't dislike strawberry shortcakes, but I think it's a rather plain dessert. I'd rather have strawberry shortcake several times before, so I know how it tastes. Actually, I think I want to try something a bit more unusual. What? You would betray me now in my hour of need? Hey, I was the one who picked all the strawberries. If anybody should get to decide what we make, it should be me. But the strawberry shortcake, so good, feels like falling in love. What do you know about life? You're only a kid. I mean, so am I, but I like to think I'm a trophy mate. But I love food more than anything in the world. I love it more than the blood that runs through my veins or the heart that beats within my chest. You might love food, but that doesn't love you. You got sick because you ate too much of it only yesterday, didn't you? I just miscalculated a little. Such a thing won't happen again. I promise I don't want to end up to be a burden on you any further. For a girl who doesn't want to be a burden, she sure is stubborn about her stupid strawberry shortcake. You don't need to disagree on such a simple matter. Can't we make both instead? But you already said we don't have enough strawberries to make many dishes, didn't you? Ah, yes. I might have said that. You shouldn't go back on your word. It's not possible to please everyone. Gotta get used to that, even if you don't like it. We are rising. I feel like that mere novice compared to you. Maybe you are. Now, as you reverse being on a bit, since you're too afraid of hurting people's feelings, I think you should decide what we should do instead. But you clearly biased Ring, so you might be my friend, but you're my opponent in this bitter and bloody battle. It isn't fair if you get to decide what we do. So you say, but these are my strawberries. I had a complete monopoly on them, and we're going to do what I want. What do I want? I'm not the world's biggest fan of strawberry shortcakes, but am I petty enough to spoil Lucille's fun? Another save, because this thing only has really two places you can save. 2 pages. Oh, it looks good. Thank you, Reen. You don't need to thank me. If you want to thank anybody, it should be Dad, since he did most of the work. Well, of course I'm going to thank Kazuma, but I want to thank you too. Why? Because you let me make this adorable strawberry shortcake even though you didn't like it. It was very thoughtful of you. I glow at trying to cool that blush that I know is starting to rise to my cheeks. I didn't do it for your sake. I just didn't want to argue about something so petty. It would be childish. I don't know if my half-hearted rebuttal sounds particularly convincing, but this doesn't seem to bother Lucille. She accepts my words unquestionably with a good-natured smile. Well, no matter the reason, I really am thankful. I look down at the floor, biting my lower lip. I think I am on this person, but when I'm with Lucille, it becomes a lot harder to tell the truth. My heart is filled with complicated and contradictory emotions, and I'm sure which of them to believe. All of them? None of them? It's true that I paid in Lucille's demands because I didn't want to have a stupid argument. But that wasn't the only reason. I don't want to admit this to myself, at least of all to Lucille, but something about her smile warms my heart. Lucille might be a demon, but she's still one of the sweetest people I've ever met. She's the only person who's ever tried to befriend me and not given up along the way. Is that why I agreed to make her a cake? Do I feel indebted to her? I don't know if that's entirely right either. If my actions were born out of a sense of duty, then why do I feel so satisfied when I see her smile? Maybe it's some selfish motivations too. Most people do. Everyone in the world is pushed along by their own greed, and I don't think I'm any exception. Does that mean Lucia's happiness is my own happiness? Only the shadow knows on that one. I shift awkwardly. I don't think I've ever been this invested in somebody else's well-being in my life. To tell the truth, it's a little disconnecting. I'm not used to it.
Ah, the cake looks so cute. You're so adorable. I want to add it to my family registry.
What are you talking about? Since it's hot in hell, wouldn't it melt?
Hot? Isn't it meant to be cold in Norway? It might be cold in Norway, but that has nothing to do with hell. Hell doesn't abide by the rules of the human realm. Being Japan or Norway or the center of the Bermuda Triangle. Wow. I had no idea it was such an incredible place. I thought it was only a small village. It is a small village. Just ignore Lucy, Dad. She's spouting nonsense. I wouldn't want the poor people who live in the real village of hell, Norway, to feel misinterpreted. Residing in a place that's literally called hell must be difficult enough, while people like Lucia further suffering their reputation. Again, it's Hell, Michigan. Now, aren't you going to eat your shortcake? We made it this for you, but it's so pretty I'd feel guilty. That's a first.
But at the same time, it's so cute I want to cut it. I want to cut it wide open and watch it ooze. Oh, it's cakey and what's all over the table. Foo-hoo-hoo.
Is that what people usually do to things they think that are pretty? Maybe it's a common custom in hell? The one with fire and brimstone, not the one in Norway. I wouldn't be too surprised.
Can I cut the cake, Kazuo? Can I?
Of course you can. You're an important member of our team too. There you go. Of course, let's give the demon girl a knife. That's safe. Lucia stares down at the cake, knife in hand, frowning. Looks like she's trying hard to make sure each and every piece she cuts is perfectly equal, which is a little unexpected. You know, Lucia thought she'd take the whole cake for herself and leave everybody else to the fight over the crumbs. I guess there are some things even she takes seriously. Those things being food, of course. Lucia cuts through the soft, spongy cake slowly. The sweet scent of cream hovers in the air, mangled with the saltiness from the ripe strawberries freshly picked this morning. I'm not a big fan of cake, but this might be enough to convert me. The layers of a sponge are inviting, like yellow, sandwiched between a thick layer of white cream and cut strawberries. The top of the cake is frosted with cream, and a pure white sheet like fallen snow. Delicate little nonsense rosettes of cream have piped around the edges, and sliced strawberries have nostalgia against them. Reading here, this piece is for you. Sue hands me a plate with a piece of strawberry cake on it. It's not a very neat slice of cake, but it looks delicious all the same.
Are you sure I can eat this?
Of course I am. You're hardly going to wear it, silly.
Oh man. I think next time if I do another video like this thing, I need to make sure I definitely have some butterscotches or cough drops in my room. Because this one's going longer than normal. I know, but you're the one who wanted to make a cake, so you should get the first slice. But you're the one who made it. You deserve the first slice more than anybody else. Well, I look away, biting my lower lip. Do we sound foolish? We might as well be a pair of lovers, treading to one another over the end of a phone line. You hang up first. No, you. My face feels redder than ever. My cheeks are burning.
What?
Oh, nothing. I just thought your face looked a little funny, Reen. You have no right to call me funny when you're wearing an apron like that. Is there something strange about it? It's kind of gaudy, isn't it? But it's one of my favorites. They're all your favorites. Anyway, do you have something suitable to say, or did you just want to make fun of me? Well, I just thought maybe you and Lucia could compromise. If you share that slice of cake, you can both eat it first. Share it? The same slice? I look at Lucia, she looked at me, we blink. Then a wide smile captures Lucia's lips. Her whole face sparkles. Of course we can share. We're all friends after all. That sounds like fun. Hey, wait a minute. That's embarrassing. Only couples share slices of cake like that. But Dad doesn't listen. He hands me a fork, smiling. Alright, you two, enjoy. You're a lot craftier than you look, you damn old man. I haven't been living with your mother all these years for nothing. Hey, me. What is it? I must have gone accustomed to my nightly chats with Sue because I don't feel that one familiar twinge of annoyance when she says my name. Has this become a part of my routine? Talking to her seems natural to me now, as natural as the strawberries glowing in their field. I had a really nice